Hey guys, Mark here. This is especially for Dan Rothenberger because he is a Shermanaholic. So I'm putting it here in the Sherman group because we've got this new book in from Ammo by Mig Jimeniz, Sherman the American Miracle. It's a camouflage profile book. I've seen plenty of them about the German World War II stuff. So it's the first one I've seen about Allied armour. And I'm just going to flick through the pages. I'm stocking it in the UK, and I'm sure you can get in the States and in Europe and everywhere else. So it's a softcover book with the two with fold outs. The one at the back is actually a description of Ammo by Mig Jimeniz paint sets. So as we flick through here, you'll see that this book is aimed at people who have those paint sets, and it starts off with a technical type evaluation, very low depth. It's not going to be like the knowledge that you guys have. Let's put it that way. But it's there for people wanting an understanding of the various types and the hull designs and all that stuff that makes Shermans unique and lovable, I suppose. And then description about various schemes and paints, etc. Keep going through, and then we come into this bit, and what they're sort of saying here, every reference that they make, they also quote an Ammo Mig colour. So if you've got those Ammo Mig sets, you know which one to use, in theory, I suppose. So is it any good to people who've got different paint sets? Probably not. But there's a description. It does tell you actually, technically what they are. Like the FS colour references or the British Standard colour references. So there is that there, but let's go through and look at these profiles. And they start off as it's a sequence through the war. So they start off with the first time that the British used them. Circa LLMA 1942. Very nice schemes. Obviously, they're pretty atypical, but there's a lot of variation. I'll run through them quickly, and then we come to, of course, the first US involvement, and you're going to see it there, aren't you? The most famous of them all, from Tunisia, the Dixie Bells there, and I'll just briefly tell you what these descriptions are. So it's in there. It's an M4, 2nd Battalion, US Army, 1st Armoured Regiment in 1943. A Sherman completely covered by a random makeshift mud camouflage applied with local soil. Interestingly, the identification star on this olive drab tank has been painted over with the same colour, but the rest of the early war yellow marking is still visible. So you get this sort of which unit it's from, and then what it's painted in, and how it looks, that sort of thing. And that's what you see in all these colour profiles. So I'll go through here quickly, and then the next campaign is Italy, and they do vary the Shermans that you see. So okay, you've got an M4A2, and then you've also got a Sherman 3. So you haven't got I think you've got the correct technical Sherman with the correct markings. You wouldn't want to see a generic Sherman, so that's quite good. And a few unusual variants as well. Keep going through. Some British ones. And then based in the UK, and then we're in France, so we're seeing the funnies, aren't we? The ones that were used in D-Day. Then we go to Bastogne, and we're looking at the Battle of the Bulge examples. And then there's some more funnies from D-Day. Some of the rocket tanks. And then, of course, here Bastogne again. Got the descriptions, got some of the mine rolling examples. Really like the way that they've done that whitewash on there. Looks really good. Keep going, and then we're right in late war. Should see some A3-8s, I suppose, at this stage, but we don't yet. There's yeah, we're going to see typical examples, aren't we? The most famous Shermans, you know, from Crichton Abrams tanks, the Thunderbolts. And the other Allied forces, so the Free French units. And I like these ones, the Soviet Shermans. They look great. I like, they seem to have a different colour, and they actually are describing them in a Soviet 4BO. And the Soviet style, the slogans on them, you know, yeah, Zarodinu, etc. And then to top that off as well, we've got the Butte Panzers, the captured Allied Shermans that were used by the Wehrmacht, etc., marked up, you know, very, very brightly to make sure that they weren't going to be, you know, hit by other German tanks, and then very slightly KO Shermans. Then we've got the Pacific Theatre of War, you know, very famous examples that we expect to see, King Kong, Beelzebub, etc. And that's about it. That's what you have there. You've basically got a lot of Sherman profiles. Many of them are, you know, instantly recognisable. Nice to see them all in one place in one book. Quite a good reference, I think, for you know, guys who haven't got any of the you know, the background. So it's not really aimed at yourselves. There's a bibliography, and it's explaining, you know, where a lot of this has come from. You know, Stephen's logo books, etc. And they put all the colour plates into one volume. So there you go. Hope you enjoy that.